The niche house of Parfums de Marly has to be my all-time favorite fragrance house, and they're better known for their iconic, minimal-looking bottles in solid colors, but even better known for their niche take on designer-like scents. Parfums de Marly is great at putting a niche spin on scents that aren't too niche where the typical consumer that likes designer fragrances not want to wear them. They're very wearable, being niche. Not to say they're lower quality like designer-like scents, they're one of the highest quality in the fragrance game. But PDM is very beginner friendly when stepping into the niche side of fragrances for the very first time, which is easy to appreciate since a lot of designer scents are very repetitive and use a lot of synthetic materials sometimes. Today we'll be taking a look at Parfums de Marly Perseus, their latest masculine release of 2024, and we'll see why so many people love this scent after smelling it for the first time. Perseus currently comes in two sizes, a 75ml for $260, and a 125ml bottle for $365. But of course, I've got you the discounted prices. You can get this full 125ml bottle from Olfactory Factory for $196, Venba Fragrance for $229, and Beauty LIV for $272. I'm just listing a range of prices and places to get it from since this is kind of new, so some places might go out of stock. These discounters are authentic and legit. I wouldn't be recommending them if they weren't. I order from them all the time, so you just never have to pay retail if you don't have to. I absolutely love Parfums de Marly's presentation. I have a thing for minimalism and solid color designs, so this definitely makes me happy to own. I also like that the name of the fragrance is never on the bottle, except for the Arabian and Exclusive lines, so you kind of have to be in the know to recognize the fragrance itself. Of course, Parfums de Marly is mostly recognized by the horses on the front of the bottle, symbolizing the commemoration of the prestigious horse races under King Louis XV. Parfums de Marly's caps are known for being the heaviest, and they are, with Perseus being crowned with its all-metal cap clicking nicely into place. So now let's get into the notes. In the top, grapefruit, bergamot, and black currant. In the middle, vetiver, green mandarin, and geranium. And in the base, dry wood, ambergris, cashmere wood, balsam fir, cedar, and tonka bean. This scent is very heavy on the grapefruit and woody notes. Right from the first spray, you get a blast of that citrus, and then you get a nice hint from the woody notes. So it's a good grapefruit woods combination. Many compare this fragrance to Terre d'Hermès, which it kind of does, especially thanks to its vetiver and citrusy notes. Like I said before, Parfums de Marly is somewhat known for taking designer scents and putting their own niche spin on it, creating a somewhat arguably niche masterpiece. I'm not saying that Parfums de Marly is a clone or dupe house, not at all. I absolutely love their unique scents. But I love how they don't go ultra niche and make things unwearable for the common person just wanting to smell good. There are a lot of niche houses out there, and some that are considered ultra niche that kind of take it a step too far and just go beyond just wanting to make somebody smell good and just try to create a crazy unique scent nobody's ever smelled. Anyway, they stay true to their goal of just trying to make people smell good in a fancy way, I'd have to say. Perseus smells like a fancy spring day in Paris. I keep saying fancy because that's the only word that I can think of to just describe this fragrance in a single word. It is just fancy. Sure, if you want to take Terre d'Hermès and compare it to this, which a lot of people do, saying that it smells similar, I'd say this is just a fancier Terre d'Hermès. Maybe I just keep saying fancy too because I bought this in person in Paris from Parfums de Marly themselves. So let's take a look at Perseus's atomizer. On my skin, I get about 7 hours of performance, with the projection being moderate to strong. Because of the heavy citrus notes, you may get a headache right off the bat if you spray a little too much. So it may be wise to first start out with a few sprays and then reapply throughout the day. I found that to be the most effective if you want this to last and project throughout the day without feeling the side effects of it. I think you should wear Perseus in warmer weather. Like I said, it's a fancy spring day in Paris. I think it could be worn by anybody, but due to the grapefruit and citrus notes, it may age it down a little bit to somebody younger. But I can definitely see this being dressed up by somebody older. For the price and it being a niche French brand, you better be able to wear it with whatever you want. Parfums de Marly has been making many deeper, cold weather scents like Leighton Altair, Haultain, Carlisle, just to name a few. So it's nice to see their take on a new spring and summer fragrance. It's in a similar wheelhouse compared to Sedley and Greenlee, but strangely not a part of the same line, as those bottles are translucent colored and Perseus is solid. So guessing by the presentation, the ingredients, how it's made, and the materials, I assume PDM wants this to stand out and be a part of the main line, as it deserves. I love this scent. I personally try not to wear it a lot because I wore it a lot in Paris just to get that emotion and memories into this scent. So whenever I feel like wearing it or thinking about that vacation, I can just spray this and just enjoy that scent and the time I had in Paris. That's the great thing about scents. You can just capture a memory in a scent. And if you're spending a lot of money on something and you want to save it for something special, it's a great idea. It's a great thing to do with fragrances and men's cologne. I absolutely love Parfums de Marly, and you'll be seeing a lot more videos of other reviews with Parfums de Marly. Since this is their newest masculine released in 2024, if you're not really wanting to spend as much money as you can on discounters right now, I would wait a little bit for those discounted prices to go down. Maybe once they release another masculine cologne, maybe then it would be time to get Perseus, because I know a lot of the Parfums de Marly men's line go for about maybe a little under 200 to just a little above 200, and this on discounters right now is still going above 250, almost hitting that 300 mark. So if you want to save $50 to $100, maybe just wait a few more months. But if it's something that you absolutely love, maybe you smelled it in a Saks or Neiman Marcus and you just absolutely loved it, get it from those authentic discounters and it's still a good price. Let me know if you have any questions about this new release in the comments and I'll let you know what I think about it, and also let me know what you think about it if you ever tried it or if you own this. The experience at the Parfums de Marly store was great. I love their little store. You get to see all the different vials of the ingredients and individual materials, and they just have a really great display of all the fragrances. Also check out my Instagram, Jeffrey Fragrance, for daily photos and sometimes videos. Thanks again for watching another video. I'll see you next time.